What can you say working with Robert De Niro? The thing I remember the most is that the first scene we did together, I ended up cracking up in his face when he said his first line. I just laughed. I broke character because I was so nervous and he was funny. Hi, I'm Ben Stiller and we're here at my Hollywood Reporter cover shoot and we're taking a look at some of my close collabs. Will Ferrell, Zoolander, the no eye contact when you're doing a scene rule that he has makes it challenging, but eventually I actually thought it helped. I was just kidding. Will's a genius. I mean, I remember him, I think, improvising the line, "I feel like I'm taking crazy pills."
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
I think that was an improv in the moment of Will's. Laughing most of the time, watching him. I loved that he dyed his hair white or bleach blonde for the entire shoot, which went on for like 3 months while he was doing Saturday Night Live. Winona Ryder, Reality Bites, amazing, gave me the opportunity to direct because she wanted to do the movie. Recommended this guy, Ethan Hawke. Winona was Lelena. She believed in the project so much. She was great to work with. And she's just like a very, very sweet person. When you make your first movie, there's so many things that you do wrong that you realize, and then you try to do it better the next time, then you make other mistakes. But I'm trying to think of one. I mean, there was one scene where I didn't shoot any coverage. I thought I was gonna kind of do it all as a oneer in one piece, and that ended up really not working out for me, and I ended up having to just chop the scene in half. What can you say working with Robert De Niro? Every day I was just excited to be there and nervous and trying to do well. And the thing I remember the most is that the first scene we did together, I ended up cracking up in his face when he said his first line. I just laughed. I broke character because I was so nervous and he was funny. And then he laughed. So I knew it would be okay.
I had no idea you could milk a cat.
Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
First time I met Robin Williams was at the Improv Comedy Club in LA, probably in like 1970, I don't know, 78 or something, 77 or 78. He was on Mork and Mindy. He was a huge star that everybody had just discovered. I was a huge fan. I was like, whatever, 12 years old, and my parents were there, and they introduced me to him. And I was walking behind my mother, and Robin whispered in my ear, "Stay close to your mother, you'll be safe. Stay close to your mother, you'll be safe." And I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever experienced as a 12-year-old. Anybody who spent time with Robin felt his generosity. Anytime a fan would come over to him, anywhere, anytime, he would give them his attention and connect with them. And he was incredibly generous as an actor, as a person. You know, he was crazy too and had all that amazing energy, which was just so unique, but it all came out of such a really positive place.
It's time for your next adventure.
I have no idea what I'm gonna do tomorrow.
How exciting.
Gosh, what can you say about Adam? Best hair in the biz. I've said it before. I think for a while he skated by on his hair. And that was one of the reasons why we wanted to change up his hairstyle in Severance. Because I knew that there was something behind the hair. But he's also a nice guy too. And very professional. I sometimes wonder with his hair, like, like, do the roots of the hair actually go so far deep into his head that's why it's so great? You know, like how a tree has roots, and that's what gives it the ability to stand tall. I think the roots of his hair go into his brain, and sometimes, anyway, I should say nice things about him. I mean, she's the best, Jennifer. She was a great scene partner, such amazing with comedy, sweet on the inside, and we had fun, and, we got into some, awkward situations together and got through it together. The last scene in Along Came Polly, we have to walk down a beach nude. So we got through that one together. And she was very supportive, and I appreciated that.
And I've been happy, and I've been sad, and I've been lonely, and that's what I've been doing, which is a lot more than I can say for some freak who thinks he's gonna get the Ebola virus from Ebola mixed nuts.
Those nuts have pee on them!
My brother, Adam, that's how I feel about Adam. He's, especially in that movie, we kind of came together, having known each other for a lot of years. He's singular, he does things his own way, and it's great the way he does things because he includes everybody on the set. He's a man of the people. The first time I met Adam, I think, was when he was doing the MTV game show called Remote Control back in the late 80s, and I was there, and he was doing this character, Stud Boy, that would come on and ask questions. And he was a real sensation, and girls liked him, and he was cool, and I was a little intimidated by him. And now I'm happy when people mistake me for him.
Are you Harold Meyerowitz's son, Matthew?
Yes. And this is Danny, also Harold Meyerowitz's son.
I didn't realize he had two sons.
Owen Wilson, he's a guy who, it looks like, he kind of looks like he's sort of like tripping through life, kind of like stumbling into like, oh, wait, I just showed up here. Wow. And he actually is. That's the thing. Sometimes people you look, they go, well, they do all this work to get there and to like behind the scenes, and then they just, but I think Owen just is that. And he would probably appreciate that because he's a great writer too. Owen Wilson's a great writer, Oscar-nominated writer. One of the funniest people I know. It'd be funny to do something together again. Maybe we will, actually. And maybe we'll see.